Time, huh?
Yeah,
Whenever.
Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps and the Commandant of the Marine Corps come to visit us in our battle space in Afghanistan.
Mhm.
So me being the young leader that I am, I had you got a phone call? Oh,
You're good.
okay. So they come to the Fob Payne. Okay, so they come in with the First Marine Division camera crew and a bunch of fucking higher ranking enlisted and officers, and they're like up talking to the two. There's like two or three companies that were there, right? Like whatever guys were unfortunate enough to be stuck out on post
Yeah.
and not be able to come back to be a part of it. Um, so we're sitting there, and they said, all right, they picked out the squad leaders from every platoon, and they got them up there to ask their questions to the commandant and the sergeant major of the Marine Corps. So we just got back from outside the wire. They're like, all right, put on fresh fucking frog gear. It's like, all right, um, excuse me. Everybody's going to sit down and do this little fucking powwow. They're like, Giuliano, pick a question for the commandant.
Oh,
And they looked
come
at me.
on, dude.
They're like, pick a question for the commandant. You're going up to talk to him, right?
Damn, you
You're
go
going up to ask
voluntold
him.
like that.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. And they're like, Giuliano, pick a fucking good question. Don't and like, I mean, dude, you got to
don't
understand. Like
don't make us look like a
any guy that knows me that you talk to, they're gonna be like, who is the fucking like the guy, the Joker? I mean, I knew my shit, but I was
yeah.
like a fucking
So
oh,
you
I was
could
a
so you could so you could put your dick around a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
I'll let others speak in that realm. I'm not
Okay.
gonna suck my own dick here. But so they're like, all right, you're going up and you're gonna ask the commandant a question. So I'm the first guy there, right? I got everybody else got their rifles strapped across their back. My shit's sitting in front of me. I got my M4, the 203. I walk up to the man and I said, "What's up, General?" And I stuck my hand out
No,
and
you
fucking shook.
didn't.
Swear to God. And I said, "What's up, General?" And gave him a handshake. And in his hand, he had the commandant coin
No, he still has it.
right here. Okay,
Wow.
got this bad boy from Famous Amos on Fob Payne in 2012.
Damn.
So I said, "What's up, General?" And I didn't even know at the time. I wasn't even thinking. I was kind of nervous, bro.
Of
Not gonna
course
lie.
you were. Of course you were.
I'm chewing a piece of gum, okay, and I didn't my like before we get ready. I'm like the icebreaker little square pack with the cube fucking gum.
Yeah,
Like
of
I don't know if
course.
they came like
Deliciousness.
on supply trucks or whatever, but we always had like an abundance of this gum. So I'm like, I eat a piece of the gum and I'm sitting there and I go stand up in the line. I'm taking point. I walk up there and I said, "What's up, General?" to the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Shakes my hand, gives me this fucking challenge coin. And I'm standing there like kind of shaking in my boots. Everybody's looking right fucking at me.
Oh
And
yeah.
Sergeant Major Mike Barrett, okay, fucking good old scout sniper, bald head, mean
Chew your
motherfucker,
fucking ass
is looking
sideways.
right at me. And I can see him
Like
looking
his
at
head's
me from
about
the
to
corner.
fucking
Oh,
explode.
dude, I can see him looking at me from the corner of his eye. And I'm like, oh my God, why the fuck is this guy looking at me? And I see him
Beaming
doing
you.
this. And I'm talking to the common. I asked him like something because 2012, I said something about the lines of like, with the situation, kind of like coming to a head in Syria, what's it going to be
Are
like
you
for us
kidding me,
Marines?
dude? You said,
Yeah,
"What's up, General?" and asked about Syria casually.
yeah, while I'm in Afghanistan. And I said, I'm like, sir or general, are we going to be able to go over there and get some? Like, when are you going to send the
Okay, all right. You put
Marines?
it like
I
that.
was
You put it
like,
like
I
that.
was like,
Okay.
when are we going to send the Marines to Syria, and when are we going to go get some over there? And he's like, oh, good question. Let's go. But and now his answer, I could not tell you what this guy responded with whatsoever, because I'm looking at Sergeant Major Mike Barrett now, and he's doing this. And I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't even notice, bro. So he thinks
Had a
from
dip
what I'm
in. You
told,
had a dip in.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so me, instead of just swallowing the gum, I'm like this, talking to the commandant
Oh,
of the Marine Corps. I go and put the gum in my fucking pocket, dude. I don't know. I could
you
have just
probably thought you
swallowed
probably
it.
thought it was a dip.
Exactly. So I go back and sit down, and when I'm walking back, dude, everybody is staring
Of
at me
course.
like laser beams through my body. And I'm like, what the fuck? I sit down, dude, and I got punched right in the back of the fucking head by my platoon sergeant. And he's like, he whispers in my ear, he's like, you are fucked. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Right. So meanwhile, I'm up for combat. I'm a Lance Corporal still. I'm up for combat meritorious. Like I'm for sure getting promoted to corporal, combat meritoriously. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay.
What do you mean? You can't casually say that, dude. What'd you get bumped up for?
Just being a leader, like being a
Oh,
squad leader.
being a leader.
Yeah. I
Got
mean,
it.
I guess just taking over and like, dude, I was like giving the patrol briefs, and then, my platoon commander and I were like coordinating how we're doing KLEs and stuff. Mescu was like our intel guy. So like we were constantly
So
doing
you were
shit.
actually kind of shit hot.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
I knew what I was doing. And like, whatever.
I
So
hate guys like him, dude. They're
so
casually really good at, and he's like,
Yeah,
whatever. It's
I know. He's like,
get out of
I
here.
was just doing my
I
thing.
learned, dude. I learned from some of the best, or at least
no,
what I
yeah.
think,
Talk your shit,
guys
bro. Talk your shit.
that
Go
are my
ahead.
fucking leaders, But so, anyways, I'm walking back. They tell me I'm fucked, and right as soon as everything got done, the whole time I'm in my head, just like, oh my God, this is it's gonna be
Wait, so
bad.
you
So
were
as
aware that you were a cockhead right there?
Well, no, I wasn't. It wasn't anything because of that. It was because of the chewing of the gum
That's
thing.
what I'm
I'm
talking
overthinking
about.
it. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And as soon as they get done, I just hear, "Come here, Giuliano." It's my battalion sergeant major, dude. I come over there, and this is in front of everybody, dude. He's not like pulling me aside. He fucking grabs me, dude, and like pulls me in, and he's like giving me everything that he can
Of course.
without beating the fuck out of me. And he's like, "You're a disgrace to this battalion." He's like, "You're a piece of shit." Blah blah blah. He's like, "I can't believe you did that." He looked right at me in the face, and he went like this. He's like, "There goes your fucking meritorious
No, he
combat."
didn't.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously, swear to God. I mean, like, there's so many people that can attest to this. So then, not just
Wow.
Jesus, dude.
so that happened. And then behind him is like 10 staff NCOs from somebody else's
Yeah,
platoon. There's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody from a fucking gunny to a staff sergeant to even some of the,
Yep,
and
of
they were just
course.
like, they just took their turns walking by and telling me how much of a shitbag I
Sticking their
was,
dick
how
up
much I
your ass.
sucked.
Yeah.
And then I hear, hey, my company First Sergeant Damian Rodriguez, he served with 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines in Ramadi, I believe 2 times. Okay. He's a seasoned combat veteran. The guy, when you look in his eyes, you can see like you can
Death
just see
and
death, dude,
despair.
right? I mean, he's a fucking war fighter through and through. And he calls me into his office, and I'm standing there outside, right? Like he's got this little wooden shack or whatever, his little first sergeant hut outside the COC. And I'm standing there, like honestly thinking about shooting myself in the foot. I'm thinking, if I shoot myself in the foot right now, this might not be as bad. I was
Yeah.
more afraid of
So
this guy
true.
than I was the battalion sergeant major. I
I've been
swear to
in your
God, dude.
position, bro.
I'm standing right there, dude. I'm
Yeah,
looking down at my foot, and I'm like, I can just shoot
I can get
myself in the
away with
foot
this
right
right now
now,
easily. Yeah.
and it might just be better than what I'm about to experience. So he calls me in, and he's like sitting in his little fucking wooden chair. He's like, sit down. I was like, yes, First Sergeant. And I look all puppy dog, doom
Of
and gloom,
course.
like
Of
my life's
course.
about to end. And he's like, he just cracks a smile. He's like, that's some funny shit. And I'm like, what? Like, he's like, no, man. He's like, not only did you get your combat meritorious promotion fucking ripped up, he's like, you pissed off everybody in the battalion. He's like, you made an ass of yourself in front of the Commandant of the Marine Corps. The Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps fucking hates you. And he's like, but hey, you got a pretty sweet challenge coin out of it. He's like that's a memory right there, Giuliano. He's
Damn,
like,
he's
you
a
know
good
what?
dude.
Go,
That's a
but
good ass leader right
but
there.
it wasn't just that.
Fuck
And
yeah.
he looked at me, he's like, dude, he's like, Giuliano, you're gonna pick up corporal. He's like, it's not gonna be
Yeah,
today,
facts. Yeah.
it's not gonna be today. But he's like, you're a good Marine. He's like, you're a good leader. He's like, you're